Oh my god, dude! I have this thing where like when I do like an accent or I do a stupid face, I just start crying. Like my eyes start watering. It ever since I was a kid.
It's because you go so deep into character that you drain the energy out of your body.
It's so emotional. It's such an emotional product that comes out. It just I can't help but emote. Like
I can't but do spam emotes.
You're in a simulation, man. The people are controlling you. They're making you cry.
You know what? I noticed it ever since I was like probably earliest like grade 4, and I always equated it to like, you know how they always say like, oh, what you were in a past life. Mm-hmm. It's my past lives, just all.
Oh, that's why you do such a good Hitler impression.
Yeah, I can do a good Hitler impression.
It's no impression.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 32 of the Shitpost HQ podcast. We were on a bit of a hiatus here to our loyal 3 fans. Shout out mom, shout out dad, shout out grandpa.
Shout out Plex City TV. Is it OG?
Thanks, shout out Calvin.
Now, we still charged Patreon the entire time we were gone. But
PG, thank you.
Okay.
So we've been gone. We've all been around, traveling the globe. So we might go into some of those stories. Some of them we legally cannot tell.
True.
However, welcome back. Thanks for watching and being a loyal viewer of the pod. We love you. Thanks for keeping up with us.
Let us know what you think about our new setup as well.
Correct.
Yeah,
we're still undecided, you know.
Yeah,
like
so
whatever you guys think, we'll do.
We're thinking this is the official
in
setup.
the
I'm gonna put a fucking green screen on this bitch, and it'll look real nice.
Yeah, it's a TV, but we need to put a green screen on it. You know? Like,
because it doesn't fucking work.
That's how it is sometimes.
Because it doesn't work.
Like
Fuck Phillips. All my
like
homies
the
hate
video
them.
if you like the setup, dislike if you don't.
Unsubscribe and kill one of us.
Just click off now.
That's fine. Getting that thing here was such a bitch too.
Yeah, did we ever tell you the story?
We were so excited like to bring it like.
So I browse. I've been looking for a CRT TV for a good time, and this one happened to be free. And the dude lived 6 minutes away. No, 4 minutes away, just around the bend.
Yeah.
And me and Eric go, and I go with my car, and it doesn't fucking fit in my car. No, in no fucking.
It doesn't fit in the door, right?
No.
Does it fit in the door?
First of all, he goes. I'm going to pick up a CRT TV. You want to come? And I go, yeah, sure. Should we take the truck? And he goes, you think it's gonna? It's winter time too. And he goes, you think it's gonna fit in the Lexus? I go, I don't know. Like we can take the
Let's
truck.
just take the truck.
I go, let's take the truck. And he goes, nah, we'll take the Lexus.
Of course.
Barely fits in Lexus. Barely.
Imagine this sitting on the roof of your Lexus.
Remember? That's right.
So we get there, and it's free. So I'm like, dope. And the only thing was, if you can get it out of my house. And I was like, what does this guy mean? He's like, yeah, it's pretty heavy. And me and Eric are like,
All right.
okay, old man.
We
What's
lift.
the matter? You can't lift a fucking television out of your goddamn house. Bro, this thing weighs like 300 pounds. And it's unbelievably awkward to
You
hold.
think this is big? The one we carried out of my family room when we got our first like flattish screen
Backbreaking.
was easily 4 of these.
Oh, nice
Like the,
flex.
like
the
screen
projector
size,
TVs,
the
right?
screen.
Nice flex, bro.
Yeah.
That was rich.
But like the weight, I think it took 4 people. Like, and my bodybuilder uncle came.
Yeah.
And like
Bodybuilder uncle.
like,
They have to conjure like the demon.
You gotta call it strong.
I have a guy.
I know
was
a guy.
big.
I know a guy.
But no, my dad had the same problem. But regardless of that, this is still fucking heavy as shit. And me and Eric struggle to get up his janky ass fucking stairs. Try to jam it in the car. It doesn't fit. So now all of a sudden we're like, what the fuck do we do? And the guy's like, oh, I'm actually about to take my cat to the vet.
Yeah.
I can just take it in my SUV. He's like, where do you live? I was like, just down the road. He's like, perfect. So we just tail him, and then we get out of the car. And it's my hallway doors are too narrow for both of us to carry it safely downstairs. So Eric just like goblin grabbed it and like probably like got a fucking hernia carrying it down. I was so impressed.
To be honest, I don't even. It was so heavy.
I blacked out.
I don't remember bringing it down. And next thing I know, it was down. And Pat's pat me on the back. And I go, where did I go?
Happened?
What happened?
Why was I green?
Where am I? The numbers, Mason. What?
Next video, we should blow this thing up.
just right
So-
here.
no.
Blow it up.
Dead ass. I actually looked it up. And ironically, I was like, can I smash my screen? Because then the aesthetic of it would look sick in here with the guts showing. And literally the first answer was, please do not do that. You will cause an explosion.
let's do it.
And release poisonous gases into the air. I was like,
Definitely
what?
poisonous gas.
I was like, what the fuck is inside of this thing? I was pissed off.
So we gotta do it.
So yeah, now we have to do it. And we have to wear fucking gas masks.
I broke a smaller one of these once. It was just like in the woods, and then we just kicked it down like a little hill, and kept smacking and picking it up.
That'd be satisfying.
Throwing it down.
You know,
Just boy things.
just boy things.
Yeah.
Slaughtering a
It was
TV.
right next to our
Slaughtering.
keyboard, actually.
What?
So, yeah.
Tree fort. Holy fuck.
That's sick.
Did you ever build a tree fort? I feel like you did.
He lived in a tree fort.
I'm currently living
not like in the up in the tree, but
No, it
on
wasn't
the
in
ground
the
level. 100%.
There was by the river
A lot of them.
a tree that was this much fallen,
Yeah.
and you could just like walk onto it
That's sick.
and then like
So who built the fort?
chill. Me and some boys.
Like you really went out
You
there
guys built it?
and you
What?
built a fort with your bare hands.
Yeah.
We were building. We chopped down trees and built bow and arrows.
So it's like Minecraft in
Yeah.
real life, bro. What the
Bows
fuck?
and arrows.
Really?
Granted, it didn't work because it was just a piece of string where there was no like rubber tension on it.
Of course.
But it was the idea that mattered.
Yeah.
It was the
It looked
creativity.
sick. Mine
I
was
wouldn't
black and
say
white.
it was like a tree fort, but there used to be a place we used to go to like smoke weed and stuff. It was we called it CT, and I forget what the fuck CT. Somebody will know. Somebody will know. It was
Counter
called
terrorist spawn or something?
No, it was
CT
called
spawn.
CT, and it was like just huff. It was behind the expressway behind Conestoga Mall, and like it was just a spot. There was chairs like for like a year. We would there was like 20 people that would frequent there. There was a roster, like there was a roster of people that would cycle in, about 30 people.
Got a big cover.
Six people at a time, and then afterward, oh, you're going to CT? Yeah, we're going to CT, and we would like just sit there, smoke weed or whatever. I'd watch people smoke weed or whatever. Like that was the spot.
What
And
you
there
were at was a homeless encampment. And those other people were homeless.
And
You
I'm
were
like,
in a cult.
it was at the
Meth
corner.
heads.
It was at the fucking Weber and Victoria. That's where it was.
He was in the village.
It wasn't behind. Anyway, but no, I don't think I ever built like like tree fort. Maybe tried like with twigs and shit.
No, it wasn't impressive. Like, don't overblow it in your head.
I did build a snow fort with my friends in like high
man.
school, early high school.
Really? I don't
Like,
think I
like
ever
literally like a dome. Like
Really?
we got like
Me and my
6
sister
people
did
in
that.
there.
Really?
And there was a lot more space too. Yeah,
What?
we spent like 5 hours in one day on this thing.
That's kind of sick.
It was sick.
We
yeah.
should build a snow fort this year.
Me and my sister did like tunnels and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did back when I could fit in them.
And
But you
it's,
also,
it's like it'd be like weirdly warm inside the
was.
fort, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was the perfect experience as a child. So, should we rip some tails?
Tales of the tape.
Tales of the tape?
I was trying to think of like how to talk about it. What if
Yeah.
what if everybody says like your favorite spot and your least favorite spot?
Okay.
For the places we
I'm
went?
down for that.
Okay, but someone's got to give the timeline
Maybe
first.
brief the itinerary.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then go. So,
Yeah.
Okay, you hit the itinerary. Yeah.
so
Tell the
these-
class.
These guys went on a separate trip than I suppose. I get.
I'll let
It was
you
the
know.
timeline's kind of odd, so maybe I'll
Timelines
let
are
you.
off. So we flew from Toronto to Lisbon.
So us three,
Portugal.
Marcus, Pat, me,
Us three,
and our
another
other friend Richie.
who
Yeah.
you've seen before, I think.
Yeah, he's been on
Yeah.
one episode.
Did one night in Lisbon, and then we took a 3-hour train to Porto, Portugal. Stayed there for 2 nights. Then took a plane to Marseille. I think it's Marseille.
Marseille, yeah.
Marseille, France, 2 nights. Then a shady flight to Athens, Greece, 2 nights. Then a ferry to Mykonos, Greece, 1 night.
Unfortunately, only one night.
One night. Then a ferry to Santorini, 1 night. Flight to Venice. I almost said Vienna. Venice,
The Vienna
Italy,
Accords.
2 nights. And then Amsterdam, 3 nights.
3 nights.
Then back home. No, Montreal. Then
Montreal.
Then
Right
almost just sleeping in a Montreal airport and then back
Okay,
home.
I have a question about Montreal after, but
Oh my God, yeah, that's that. I forgot about that.
I have a question about that. But so
You'll never see Richie again. He's still there.
He's still in Montreal Gulag.
Yeah, Montreal.
gulag in Montreal.
He's in tent city in Montreal now.
So halfway through their trip, I had met them in Athens. I had hit a parlay in Athens, and
And that was the start of your vacation, right?
that was the start of my vacation. So I had like a tumultuous 13-hour flight to Athens, which should have been only 10 hours. And then I landed, got some food, and then got a hotel first.
And again, once again, we were kind of unaware yet semi thinking about it, whether
Yeah,
or not
because-
this guy would show up.
Dude, my spies that were
So
at
he didn't tell us he was gonna come to Athens.
No.
And
Yeah,
meet
your,
us in
your
Athens.
spies fucked the dog.
my
Yeah,
spies
they
were.
fucked the dog.
They're not very covert.
No,
Yeah, they were
not
just
at all.
too-
I mean, they're
Too oblivious.
Yeah.
But I will give them this. There was a time a time sensitive matter. So
Yeah, it's like I'm
And
assuming
they-
you were trying all day beforehand, and then that was like last.
yeah, 100%.
minute.
So
Like, you
I
had to- you had
I
to.
landed and I said it's time, and then they go fumbled the bag. Like Matt, I don't know what Matt was doing. He was. He was probably busy. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give him benefit of the doubt. He's like,
He's on vacation too.
It was a Friday too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was 100% doing some
What do you
shit.
mean he was with his family in Croatia? You were with your fucking family in Croatia.
He was filming.
You were with your family for a month. You could have taken
Makarska.
4 days and come with us.
Makarska, Croatia. But so my spies were definitely not on the ball. But Ruslan was really trying, so I'll give him that. But it kind of came down to it where they were like giving it away very freely. They were saying,
Well,
So we
what's your location? Oh, we're chilling. We're at a restaurant. What restaurant? A fucking
No,
restaurant.
it was like
Send me your
it was
live
like,
Oh, what's your live
Matt-
location?
Matt Ruslan said in the group chat, like, "What's your send location or something?" And then nobody commented or whatever.
Yeah,
And then
he's
Matt
10-hour
sent me
flight away from us, so
privately,
why
what's
does he
your
care?
location?
Yeah.
And already I was like, okay, all right, whatever. And then Ruslan said again, like, "What's your location?" And then I said, "Oh, we're here in Athens." And he goes, "Your exact location."
What is your longitude and your latitude?
Yeah, no, or
Give
it
it
was
to
either,
me.
I think it was him. He said he wants to, or maybe it was Matt who said they want to zoom out on the map and just look around the area.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
You just want to look around
He's
and say,
trying.
"Oh, that's a coffee shop there, and that's a restaurant right there. Nice."
So it's to summarize my entire kind of vibe throughout the whole trip. I winged the entire thing. I booked a flight to Athens a day before. I didn't even have a hotel to stay in Athens. I had to I just went to the first one I fucking found. I went to the Acropolis with my bag and shit.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You did the whole hike with
I
a
did the whole
suitcase.
thing. Yeah, because I tried to find you guys first. So I was 20 minutes
I didn't
behind you
know
guys at the
that. I didn't
Necropolis.
know that.
Yeah.
And then I said it was fucking so hot too that
It
day.
was so fucking
So-
hot.
So I'm like, fuck
so
that.
hot.
So I was hungry. I was like, fuck. Like, I
Tired.
just got off a dumb 10-hour flight. Where I didn't sleep. I almost slept in front of the emergency door on the plane because I sat behind the washroom. So my thing didn't go back.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And I had an inflatable neck pillow. So there were like creases and shit get into my neck. The second half of the trip, I had his thing, and I slept like a fucking
Yeah, you left it in the
I
car.
slept like a fucking baby. Anyway, so
This is how hot it was.
The universal.
the locusts you hear.
Literally.
Yeah,
That sound is just this sound of hot.
sound of hot.
Anytime you've ever heard that fucking sound,
hot.
Yeah,
you are
it's hot.
dying. Your balls are in a pool in your fucking pants. Your ass is breaking out in fucking
That's literally
pimples.
the locust waiting for bodies to drop.
So I checked in the hotel, and I fully planned on kind of staying at the hotel, and then kind of just my timeline was
Because
I
we
was-
were leaving the next day.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we were
that
leaving
was- that
Athens
was
the
so-
next
thing
day.
you screwed up is we were literally getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
Like
So-
if you were off by 30 minutes to an hour, we
would've been
might have
asleep.
just all been asleep. Right?
So, but I wasn't because I'm a G. And so I made the mistake of kind of stopping for food first. Like I went to Necropolis trying to find you guys. First of all, I got off the plane
Yeah.
into the Greek airport, bought a pack of cigarettes, started smoking in the airport,
Very nice.
walked out, and then I walked out and I walked up and down the bus, like where the taxis come and shit for like maybe 20 minutes. Because I realized,
Did we tell you about our taxi ride?
Holy fuck.
please, but
I
I
was-
was,
We can
forgot
tell you
about
our
that.
taxi ride.
Oh, so
I forget.
We just no. A lady picks us up. She's super
Oh.
friendly. She drives us.
oh, you did.
We're like
Yeah.
kind of half
But
asleep,
I'd like
but
to
like
hear
she's
it.
like giving us like a.
We're super
Oh,
tired.
this is the government building over here. Very nice. Over there, oh look, you can see the Acropolis. You guys should definitely go check.
She
it
gave the
out.
vibes that like she's like your mother, like a
Yeah,
very motherly
literally like
vibe.
your mother
Yeah.
being helpful on the ride.
trustworthy, you can,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, well, also for added context, when we got into the taxi, there was a huge sign that said flat rate 40 euros to Athens.
Yeah,
Like
you
downtown
wait
Athens.
in like a line,
Yeah. It's like,
single file.
Exactly.
for
No
that
choice.
flat rate.
Like it's regulated.
it's regulated. Yeah. And then we get to our place. She gets out. We get our bags. And she goes, 80 euros. And we all say, no.
No.
Flat rate was 40. And she goes, no, it's because of COVID. You had four passenger. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
We're like,
it
no,
costs
and
the
she's-
same amount of
She's
gas.
like, because you know, 'cause of
Bags, you have
COVID
bags,
times
you have
change,
bags.
and there's 4 of you and stuff.
She's like, yeah, 20 euro flat rate for 2 people.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 40
She's just
euros
saying
for
a
2
lot of
people.
shit,
Yeah.
Or 40 euro, yeah.
And then we're like, no. 40.
No.
We were
And
all
then-
like,
And we're also tired.
Yeah,
too.
we're
so
fucking
tired.
like cranky and fucking tired, and like it's just like totally souring the fucking experience. And it's like I don't want to fucking argue with this lady, but I also don't want to get ripped off. So now I'm in a shitty position of like I don't want to be mean to her, but also what the fuck are you trying to do?
Yeah, what are you trying to do right now? We're all just tired.
Was slowly getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
She was like, then she was like,
COVID.
75, we could do it. And
What-
then she was like, and then at one point she's just like, you pay me whatever you whatever you're gonna pay me. I don't want to ruin your day. That's what she said.
You've already ruined our day, lady.
And then she literally went, and
Trying
I
to
gave her
scam us.
40 euros, and she went 40 euros. I am a lady, and you are 4 big strong men. I was like,
Yeah.
so
no tip, yeah.
She's like, yeah, no tip.
You just tried to scam us.
Yeah,
We're
you
like,
like,
what we're
I
saying.
literally
man.
would have tipped you. We literally would have tipped you had you not tried to finesse us. Like fuck.
Like, no tip. You just tried to scam us, lady. What is
She
this?
said, you are four young, strong men, and I'm a lady. No tip.
No tip. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
No right.
No
and we
tip.
will beat the shit out of you right now.
You should have said, say it one more time with more conviction, and we're gonna go. Okay. No tip. Yeah. Okay. Bye. But that's why I'll stand behind my simile. Or Greece is like the Mexico of Europe. The barter system is still exists.
Yeah.
It's it's a little dirty.
Yeah.
Me and Marcus saw guys like smoking meth in the streets, homeless guys.
I mean, you do see that everywhere.
Do you see that ever? But
do
we
see-
saw guys.
The guy that looked like a corpse. Like
On the-
there was
yeah.
a blanket over everything.
Blanket over.
including his face.
And then we
On
wa-
sidewalk, concrete sidewalk.
me and Marcus walk. This is so long story short. I end up catching Marcus, and these guys are in bed. And Marcus and I walked around for a little bit. He came out.
Yeah,
and
it was past midnight.
we
right?
ended up-
we were already
no,
past
no,
bedtime.
I don't think
We
it
need to
was
go to
past.
sleep.
It was not past.
We need to go to
I think it was
sleep.
11 o'clock.
Maybe something like that.
Something 11:30. So Marcus and I go for a walk. I think we got a drink, and I got a drink, and I got a fucking sub or something.
You only got a sub because we didn't stop anywhere else.
Okay, I got a beer and a sub.
Maybe you got a beer.
Yeah.
Sub.
So we're walking by, and then there's this guy just corpsed, Dracula, and then I'm walking by, and then I go, I back up, and I was like, hold on, Marcus, I gotta do something. He's like, what the fuck? What do you gotta do? And then I was like, it's something I always do.
Give
I,
him
I
mouth
send,
to
no, no,
mouth.
no. I always just fuck him. I just break down and fuck the dead bodies on the road.
I blow their back up.
No, so if there's, I did it. At first, I did it in Montreal, where I'll walk by someone like just passed out on the ground, like someone down bad on their luck, and I'll just put on the what is it, the Fresh Prince. Now this is the story all about how my life got turned upside down, and then it'll just play that, and then it goes.
As we
The
walk
guy's just
by the corpse.
As the guy's sleeping.
just sleep, and I'm just zooming in, and I'll just send it. I'll put it on blast to all the followers.
TikTok.
And then we went back to your shack.
Airbnb.
How was that sleep in the broken bed, by the way? I never asked.
Fine. No, it was
No, I put it on the ground.
Did you slept on the
Yeah.
ground on the
Yeah.
mattress?
So
one broken rib
when
isn't gonna kill
when
you.
Eric got to the thing, he came into my room, and then we hugged, and then we were giggling at the sheer
Like schoolgirls.
That was a surprise. Like, he surprised us.
the
in
sheer
after.
stupidity of this man doing this again, because we told you that he did it in Jamaica. He did it again, and then he giggles and then
RKO.
springs into the air. You didn't jump.
Suplex the
Yeah,
bed.
you didn't jump on the bed. You literally elbow drop from fucking the top
Fuck the
turnbuckle
bed
of the
up.
bed, and all I hear is 5 slats just fucking snap, and then we died. There's a video, and I'll post it. I won't post it, but I'll post
Was
it.
it 5?
Yeah,
thought it was
5
one.
slat. No,
Oh.
5 slat snap. And then we went to Mike's room. We got that video of that,
Oh, yeah. All right.
and then
Honest, I'll be honest. I heard you guys. You guys were a bit loud. So at that point, I knew.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
so if I wasn't that surprised, it's because I heard you guys outside.
But before all that, I had I think it had been nightfall, so I was already
Nightfall has come.
Nightfall has occurred. I had been going to different bars trying to find out, because they had sent a picture to our group chat of some nightclub with these hanging string lights
Which was from the night before.
from the night before, which I didn't know.
You
So,
didn't know? Yeah. You thought we were there at that moment.
I was going to different bars, and I was going to the managers at the bar, the bartenders or managers at the bar, and I was going, "Excuse me, do you know where this bar is? I've come a long way.
Did anybody get
I've
it
traveled
right?
far
Excuse me,
lands.
sir, I've come a long way, and I'm looking for my friends." And they go,
I'm a bounty hunter.
I'm surprising them here in Greece, and they go, "Oh," and they're more than willing. Like, as soon as I said that, they were like more than willing to fucking help. It was kind of cool. So I went to 3 different bars, and the last bar I was at, the guy called 3 other bars to find out what bar, and I had like the owner, the manager, and a waitress like helping me. And here's a funny one: is that so I have my phone out, and she's looking at the picture, and she's like, I don't know, and then the guy's like, I don't know. He's on the phone, and then she looks, and I think it was Marcus that sent that picture, and she goes, oh. Yeah. And she starts Googling, and I go, what? And she's like, bar. And I go, you know? And she goes, Marcus bar. This is the bar. And she starts typing in Marcus bar on Google Maps.
FYI, his last name is literally Barr, Barr.
So
I guess he just got doxxed for the story.
I'm sorry.
Marcus dogs.
Follow me at Marcus bar. Follow me at Marcus bar. Yeah, and I go, oh my. No, at first, my reaction was, Marcus bar. And I go, no. He's already been in your DMs? How does this work? And then she goes, no, Marcus bar. This is the bar. And I was like, no. This is my friend. His last name is Bar. And she goes, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, fucking awesome. And then I ended up, so they had no idea. And then I got the tip off that you guys were at that haunted house. So I was 10 minutes after you guys left. So that's where I shortened it up. And then Bruce then texted me. He was like, they're going to bed. You got to do something. And I was like, okay, I'm not risking the rest of like the trip, because I didn't know what the
full itinerary was.
I didn't know the ferry was for the next day, so I was like, I'd rather just. So I just called Marcus and I said, I'm like, hey, at every bar I went to, I did like
buddy there in Athens
that what he
wants to
said?
meet you, and he was like playing out this whole long. I'm like, how?
because every bar I went to, I was already doing 2 shots. I think I did 2 shots at every bar I went to. I just did 2 vodkas, and then I go, this is my thing.
Nice.
2 vodkas, this is my thing. So I was already kind of drunk that night, and then I just called Marcus. I'm like, hey, remember I said my buddy's, I got a buddy in Athens, and he goes, and I go, yeah, he wants to meet you. He goes, oh, okay. Oh, you got a buddy, huh? And I go, yeah, he's, I'm looking around, and I go, he's outside of Dope.
That was when I was already I was already on my way down the stairs, and I knew where that was. It's the
That's like the coffee shop, right?
Yeah, and I was like,
nearby.
I know where Dope
Yeah,
is.
and he goes, oh, Dope, huh? And he's like, and then I'm thinking I'm being all secretive in the corner, like kind of hiding, and then he comes up behind me and he scares me.
Nice. Ninja.
A little ninja.
Always.
And then I met up with them, and
And then we can transition. So continue, Eric.
And yeah, so I met up with them, and then I ended up. So I had a hotel for 30. I think it was 30 Canadian. It was, I don't know, it was decent. Like, it was a little hotel. The guy at the desk was fine. So when I went back with Marcus to my hotel, the guy. Or no, it was before. So I checked into the hotel at the beginning, before I met you guys. And I was like fucking with him. I went to the desk. I said, yeah, I'm from Canada. I came a long way. And he goes, okay, no problem. This is your room, blah, blah, blah. And I said, how do I say thank you? This is when I first learned how to say thank you in Greek. And then he goes, Efaristo. And I go, okay, I'm going to go up. I'm going to nap for a little bit. By the time I come down, I'm going to be fluent in Greek. And he laughed. And then I came down like 4 hours later because I napped. And when I went out to go search for you guys, it was like 8 o'clock. So I napped for like 4 hours. I came back down, and he goes, are you fluent in Greek? And I go, Efaristo. And he laughed, and he goes, he was standing outside the door holding the door open, and he goes, do you want a beer and a cigarette? So I had a beer and a cigarette with the owner of the thing. I forget his name. It was something crazy.
Stavros.
Is that what I said?
You told us.
So it was 100%. I think it was Stavros or something.
Or maybe that was your taxi driver. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. It was something like very Greek. But I thought that was cool. So that was the first like boots on the ground. The guy was like, he just admired the.
He looked like a middle school janitor.
You know, kind of what he looked like is the guy from.
And that's the kind of guy Eric goes, this is my guy.
Just a schlub.
I have an issue with making friends with older people. But
He made me wait in the lobby. I was just looking at him. I was like,
yeah. Oh, remember? Like we go into the lobby to drop my shit off because I was gonna sleep at their place.
pick your shit up.
To pick my shit up and bring it over, and it must have been the weirdest thing because I slept there for like 4 hours. Came down, had a beer with him, left.
You're like,
came
I'm
back,
checking out.
and then I came back with a guy. Came back. I go. This is my buddy Marcos, and he goes, Okay, and then I go, I'm gonna go up and grab my shit. And he's like, okay,
stay in the lobby.
Stay in the lobby.
I love that.
He goes,
You think that was like, he just didn't want you guys to fuck?
I guess.
Dude,
I
it was
guess.
the kind of place that like there's a buzzer to open the door.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he
He goes, fuck, the last two guys that came
Jail
up,
cell sound.
they left the juices on the bed. You're not gonna do that.
No.
But no, it was funny. He made him stay. You stayed in the lobby.
Yeah. it was
What, did you
awful.
sit to talk to him?
No, I'm funny talking. I just sat on the couch.
Mark's like,
Stavros.
fuck that guy.
Stavros, he's fucking cool, man. So I picked up my shit, and then we went back to your place, and then that happened. And then I slept next to Patrick, and we were just giggling like for like fucking 40 minutes.
Did we do that? Did we giggle?
We just giggled, and
I was like delirious at that point.
it
It was fucking hilarious.
was funny as fuck. We were just giggling. We were saying some stupid shit. And
I think we hit the salami lid a couple times.
probably
Salami lid.
Salami lid. Probably hit a couple salami lids. And then we went to bed. I went to bed at like 3, maybe, and then woke up at 6:30.
Yeah, that was
You got up
that
and
was
then-
the least amount of sleep I had all trip. That was a
You guys
fucking.
slept
Wow.
at 3?
No, we went to bed at like. Well, Eric went to sleep at 3. I went to bed like noon, but I woke up.
He was already
At midnight.
like, he was already like 3/4 asleep.
Yeah.
And then I while we were like giggling like schoolgirls, I was talking to my cousin because it's
But also there was that
8 hour
whole
behind,
period
so I
where
was-
the girl came out. We talked for
Yeah,
so
her roommate,
long
yeah.
that night before, but-
yeah.
And then
That was cool. So that was a hostel.
No, I don't know what that was.
We had our own rooms. So
Yeah,
it was just a
everyone-
shared kitchen, right?
So but it was
We had our own washrooms.
It was
an
like-
Airbnb with separate rooms,
Yeah.
and each room can be.
It was a
rented out
micro
separately.
hostel.
Yeah.
Or an Airbnb.
how
with-
much was that one?
It was cheap as fuck.
I don't know.
It was cheap as fuck.
It wasn't that
wasn't
cheap.
bad.
I think it was
Wasn't
like
bad.
It was the cheapest one.
700 for.
No, not that
No.
one. I swear that was the cheapest
cheap.
one.
It was 700.
No way.
It's on my. I'm
The
pretty.
Venice one was 700
Yeah. It's on my credit
for
card.
2 nights.
I'll relook at it.
Maybe.
Regardless, I think that one was nice because Pat and I had AC.
Mhm.
AC was blasting.
My AC was blasting too.
It was nice. And then
Everyone had their own bathroom.
Yeah.
their own
Oh, yeah.
bathroom.
Beat it that night for sure.
Beat it.
First night in the solo bed.
I
Solo room.
I'd beat my meat
Not all over the wall.
Not in my own
No,
fucking
no
hair.
care is good.
And yeah, then I woke up. Pat woke up first, and then I just remember like I'm pretty good with waking up with like little to no sleep. Like at first I'm good,
Yeah,
and then
same.
it'll hit you like later in the day.
literally the same.
But so Pat woke up, and then he goes something like wakey, and then I go wake up, and I'm like okay, and then we were just fucking around in the
We were up
morning
at
too,
7
I
a.m.
think.
Our taxi met us at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
downstairs.
Yeah, your taxi met you at
Yeah.
7 a.m. And then I tried to get an Uber, and then Uber was just connecting. And then I just went across the road to the hotel, and some guy was out there. I was like, "Can I go to a taxi?" And he goes, "No, I'm waiting for someone." But there's my buddy's coming in like 30 seconds. Comes down the road in his taxi. So I go to him. That guy was cool. His name was Giannis. Taxi driver was Giannis.
Eric is for context. Eric is also the most extroverted person. He's the only guy I know whose story would be like, "Oh, this is the name of my taxi driver." The rest of us are like, "I don't give a fuck. I don't care about anyone."
He told me like his whole story too. The taxi, he was a fucking cool guy. He gave me his card. He wrote his number on. He's like, if you're ever back in Athens, let me know. I'm your guy. And I'm like, yeah, you're my fucking guy, Giannis. And I remember he goes, he drops me off at the ferry. he's like, it's gonna be, I think it was 20 euro. And he goes, it's gonna be 20 euro, but we're not gonna take the highway or whatever. He's like, it's gonna be so backed up, so we gotta go through the city. And I was like, you're the man, you do it. And he's like, I got you. And he's fucking just hundreds down the and he's going like passing dudes on bikes, going so close. And the whole time he's going so loud, dude. His Nissan Micra or whatever the fuck he was driving, and it's like, and he's like, so my cousin in Canada, he's my cousin in Boston. He's the guy. I was Boston. I've been to here, and I'm like, oh, cool. Eyes on the road, man. He's like, don't worry. I have one eye on the road. It's okay. And no, he got me there surprisingly quick, and he's like, so I was inclined to tip him. I think I gave him like 15 euro. 15 euro tip. I was feeling good, but it's people like that it's like,
Yeah, if they're actually cool people.
it's not like I'm not just gonna tip you just because you said hi, you were nice, and then you dropped me off. He gave me his whole thing, and I told him what my.
Because he fed your fetish.
Yeah.
But
Learning strangers
then,
lie.
Yeah.
then he deserved it. He satisfied my needs.
Okay, so
He
but you
deserved
also
it.
asked for it, correct?
I think we just started chatting.
Or is it non-consensual? For me, if I
It
got
was
non-consensual life
consensual.
story,
Tell me
I-
about your children. It was definitely consensual. I thought he said his son. I thought he said his son lived there, but he said his uncle lives in like Boston. His uncle lives in New York or something, and he had visited like he'd been to like the Hoover Dam. He'd been all over. So I said, why don't you just go
I
there?
haven't even been there.
yeah, what the fuck?
And I said, why don't you go there? And he's like, my life is here. I like Greece. And I was like, okay, cool. And I said, your name is Giannis. I go, Giannis, like, it's a great name. Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he goes, I like, yes, basketball, yes, big dunks. Big dunks. And I go, yeah, just don't dunk me. Eyes on the road, guy. Eyes on the road.
Dunk
He
me.
sees back like this. He's like, big dunks. And
You're
he's
sitting
like,
in the back.
yeah, I never sit. You sit in the front?
Yes. You,
I thought
Mr.
you definitely
Extrovert, don't
would,
sit in the
yeah.
front?
If I was solo,
I am
would
so
sit in the front.
surprised.
No.
Are you
If
serious?
Solo, I think I always sit
Look,
in the front.
look.
I
This
want
whole
the best-
story,
I want
the whole time you were talking about it, I pictured you sitting
yeah,
right beside
yeah.
me.
No.
Like this, like
No. Because there's still a power play. Okay.
Ah.
Does
still the
Does
chauffeur.
the president sit in the front of the limo? No. I'm getting
Limo.
I'm getting chauffeured around, so I sit in the back.
Guy puts a little window
And?
down there, goes, roll that back up.
Put the intercom. If we get in a crash, he dies and I don't.
that's true.
That's what you get. And I paid €35 for a trip to the ferry. And he goes, which ferry? And I go, dude, I have no idea. I just take me to the boats. And he goes, okay, where are you going? Mykonos? And he's like, I know. Drops me off, and then I go, do you have? I only have card on me. I don't have cash. He's like, okay, is there ATM? So luckily there was an ATM like right outside the
The
ferry.
guy didn't take card.
No,
They all take card.
no.
Yeah, they all
You-
took on.
He was a private driver, right?
No, he had the yellow taxi.
Actually,
It
no.
was-
Our
it was
our
yellow
Athens girl
Micro.
didn't. We only got one taxi, and they didn't take. The lady didn't took cash.
Some of them don't. Some of them don't. But some of them might just say they don't. But so I went to the ATM, pulled out money, gave him. He took my shit out, and then he's like, hold on. Gets a business card out, writes on the back of the business card, and he writes his name. He just writes Giannis in big letters, and then writes his like Greek phone number. And I had a Greek phone number at the time, which was shit. Never get Greek phone service ever, because they scam you. Anyway, yeah. So I get the number, go across, and then I think I was messaging you guys, and then you guys were standing in line. I just met up with you guys, and bang, bang, boom, we were on the barge. Felt like we were in the movie 2012, and we were on that.
That's cool. It was a cool experience.
The
Getting
Ark.
on the ferry,
The Ark, yeah.
chilling on the ferry. We saw that Formula One car on the fucking boat.
Yep.
That was pretty sick.
That was sick, yeah.
The
And it was a
seats-
good. I had a great
Yeah.
sleep on the
Yeah, I
ferry.
slept like fuck.
Was it was it F1?
It was an older Formula One car. Yeah.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
was
for
F1.
Formula One. Yeah.
He was talking about lack of sleep, and I was trying to think. I swear there was a night where we had less sleep.
The
We did.
least amount. Oh, sorry.
No,
go for
it was going to Athens from Marseille.
Oh,
Remember we went to
yeah.
bed at like 12
The
with
airport.
an alarm at 2:45 a.m.
Yes.
That's when we yeah.
And that was the flight we almost missed, right?
Yeah,
That was
you could tell about that flight.
that was the one.
Yeah.
That was the least sleep I had all trip.
Why would you even try?
What?
So you went to bed at 12.
And we had alarms at 2:45. Yeah, we got a little bit of sleep. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It was worth it.
It
If I
was
didn't
worth it.
sleep,
Yeah,
I
of
would have
course it
been
was
dead,
worth
man.
12 like 11:59 p.m.
Yeah.
and then it hit 12 a.m. and then you had a flight at what?
Bro, at 3:30. No.
No.
4:30.
It's just we had to get to the airport. We had to get to
You had to
the
be
have
at
a
the
boarding
airport at
pass.
2.
Like
Okay.
Like,
if I
no, we woke up at 2:45
Okay.
yeah.
to leave at 3 for the airport.
Yeah.
Whatever, a couple hours early before our flight
You
at
want
like
to go?
6:15 or something.
I think we had a driver meet us downstairs, right? So.
We did,
A
yeah.
wild drive to the airport.
It was a long drive, yeah.
Talk about that flight.
Yeah, talk about that experience.
So what? We get to the airport before it even opens. So
Yeah.
this is I think the airport opens at 4 a.m. We're there at like 3 a.m., 3:30, whatever time, or 3:30, right?
Yeah.
Airport opens at 4. We don't have our boarding passes. We try to check in online, right? Like we do for any usual other flight.
Yeah.
Try to check in online. Cannot. We bought our tickets 2 months ago in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Now we're in Marseille. We get there. The whole airport's dark. No one's in there, right? So we get in line. We're first in line, and then workers start shuffling in at
Well,
what
first we're
4:30.
doing like bits behind the counter. I remember Richie walked right behind the counter, and then there's like another lady.
What
in line,
counter?
and-
Like what? Like the
literally
Literally,
boarding
the where you
counter.
the
like
boarding
where they stamp. Oh, at
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
gate.
there was no
like
one.
right
There
where
was
you
no
walk.
one.
and he goes-
Pre-security.
He literally goes.
We could have walked past security and just waited.
There was no
in the
security,
gate.
I swear.
He
Yeah.
just goes next, and the other lady literally was like, "Oh," she literally thought he worked there. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
split second.
yeah.
You should have. You should have been. Comment t'appelles tu?
I think I was still fucking sitting over there sleeping. I don't know.
Slumped
I was so
over.
tired. But yeah, we're first in line, and then the workers start filing in, and they're getting, they're logging into their computers or whatever. And now people are starting to get like line up. People are starting to get here behind us. There's maybe what?
60. Like there's a big lineup behind us
Yeah,
at
there's
this
a big
point.
lineup
for
like,
your flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're literally number one in line,
Yeah.
like the first people in line. So we go up to the first lady that's ready for us. We give her our passports. We show her our tickets or whatever online, and we're waiting. And then I don't know.
She goes like
I was so tired. I was so delirious. I don't know. I'm just waiting.
So she said she checked your ticket. She goes, okay, good. Wait here.
We don't have tickets yet.
We
It's
don't
like-
have tickets.
Yeah.
So we just gave her our passports.
Passports,
And she gave us like a little
yeah.
sus look, and then yeah.
She printed our boarding passes, and she goes, "Okay, so here are your boarding passes. Now the only thing is, you guys don't have seats or something, or like she's like, you three don't have seats out of the four of us. You have
Who
a
is
seat."
the
Richie is the only one with a seat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he
Richie
bought his ticket
puts-
after us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Richie got this.
I know the irony.
Keep in mind, we're number one in line,
Yeah.
and she's like, "You guys don't have seats on this plane. It's full." And we look behind us. There's like 60 people. We're like, "What do you mean we don't have seats? We're number one in line. The people at the end of the line should have seats." It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Whoever was saying it, I was too tired. I wasn't saying shit. But yeah, like those guys back there don't have seats. We should have seats. We're in the first line, right? And then what happens then?
We kind of like, she kind of gave us.
tried
like
to talk to her
She basically
still.
was just like, blah blah blah. That's just the way it is. So you have to wait until the end of the flight. And we were all so tired, and we just kind of like, okay. And we
got
like,
defeated, yeah.
Yeah, we got defeated, and we waddled out of line. And then at the side, we were like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
What
we
are you
have
gonna do
to
with
fix
this?
What
Yeah.
doesn't
We
make
have
sense.
it was that moment where like
We honestly should have stormed right back. To the
yeah we should
But we didn't.
should.
We
Yeah, we're
sheepishly.
So we
went
had a
to
little
the back
pep
of the
talk
line
there. Yeah, we're
and
like-
then waited like 10 minutes till we flowed back to the front of the line. Then we were talking about a strat the whole way
Yeah.
through the line.
We have like our villain arc. We're like,
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
have
go
to
full
fix
Karen.
this.
We're like, we
have
gotta
to solve this right now.
We gotta
There's no way. It
channel
doesn't
our
make any
inner
sense.
European
Father, yeah.
dads,
Our dads,
yeah,
yeah.
Asian dads.
What level were you guys worried that you weren't gonna be on the flight?
Oh, 10.
100%.
I
Yeah,
I
we
thought
were
we were
like,
fucked. Like I was already seeking
What
out
are
like
the odds
we're
that
not-
like people don't show
Yeah.
up?
She
That
literally-
was what she told us. She
Yeah.
told us, she's like, okay, so basically you don't have a seat. The flight is overbooked, and only if people do not show up for their tickets can you then fill in those seats. Wow. That was like what she said.
And we're like, yeah, no one's not showing up
Yeah.
for a
Yeah,
fucking
we were
flight.
like,
This
what do
is
you mean? That
bullshit.
doesn't
We're gonna
matter.
miss
That
this
doesn't
shit.
make any sense. Yeah.
I would have molted my skin, and you would have seen Vecna.
Then we were getting like, we were getting raged up. And
Yeah,
we were coming up with
raged
what are
up.
we
Oh,
gonna say?
yeah, oh, yeah,
As we were coming back through the
I was like, I'm
line.
gonna fucking yell. I'm gonna yell.
We're on 2.5 hours of sleep, whatever it is. Oh,
I would rain hellfire on you, woman.
And then we basically got to the front, and we did at least say what we wanted to say, but in the end,
We're
she
not
just-
giving
It was the
up.
same answer.
She gave us the same answer. Basically, she's like, I don't work for the airline. I work for the airport.
She's like, this happens all
I
the
can't- like,
time.
she's like, literally, basically, we can't do anything unless you are guaranteed not on the plane. Only then can we look at plan B.
replacements. And then she's like, I was like, what other flights do you guys have available? And she's like, oh, we have this one tomorrow at noon. I'm like, we can't wait till tomorrow. Like this whole fucking trip was a set of dominoes. And if any one of the pieces fucked up early, we're fucked. Like royally fucked. And at that point, yeah.
we told her we had to get
We
to
just would've missed
Athens
the day.
because the next day we have a ferry booked to Mykonos.
Yeah.
Even though we had 2 nights in Athens, they didn't know that, right? But
Yeah.
we had to make a strong. Or did we tell her that? Or
We
was
did,
that?
we did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we had to make a strong point.
Yeah, regardless though, like
Yeah, we're
Get
in
us there.
We're number one in fucking line. Like,
Send some other motherfucker
She
back.
basically was
We'll
like,
fight for
we
this.
can't even discuss options until you are like,
Fucked.
You didn't make it.
Confirmed fucked, yeah.
I could only
So
imagine.
we left the line again defeated,
And then we
just
went-
kind of went to our.
Now we have to wait in security because all the other fucking 60 people that we waited before are in a line. So we wait in a big ass security line, get through, get there, and now it's just like we're all just waiting, fucking sad as shit. I'm trying to like I think I recorded a little bit on the old camera, so I can't.
I was
look
not
at
having
footage.
it. And we're
No,
I was
yeah.
so tired, right? Like,
Like I was like delirious.
Yeah.
Like it didn't fucking feel real. And then the people start lining up. They start filling up the plane.
we're just sitting there watching everyone line up. We're the losers, like sitting
Richie
down
was lined
still.
up.
We also
Oh, yeah.
saw the second time we spoke to the ladies, they told us that 2 other people also were on overbooked. And then I saw this one girl, it was 2 girls, and the one girl was like this, and the other girl was like rubbing her back. I was like, that chick does not have a seat. And
her
then I
friend
went up
has
to her and I was
a
like, hey, are you like also like gonna miss this flight? Like, are you no seat? And she's like, yeah. I was like, fuck.
Was she French?
No. They were just like
I think
two
she's
girls. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Greek. I think
She might have been Greek. Yeah, Greek or French maybe. It's possible. But
No. My flight
Keep
is
you take it from here.
overbooked.
Now we're just sad.
Right, so we're just sad, and then people are lining up they're handing their boarding passes to the worker, and then it's scanning, and they're getting on the plane. And then so once the line started getting small, we moved closer to the
I think it was once the
gate.
whole plane was literally
pretty much, yeah.
like
Yeah, because we're like, no, there's no fucking way. We saw a long ass line, right? Like we're like, there's no way there's gonna be 3 seats for us where people didn't show up.
Yeah, and for context, I already had our contingency in play. There was another plane taking off at
8 a.m. for like 3:40 or something.
It was going to be another hour wait in the airport, but it was in the same wing, and we could buy the tickets online still. But it would have been a 400 euro hit, and that flight that we missed was 28 euros. So $28, yeah, Canadian.
Okay, but what airline was it?
Volotea. I'll never forget
Volotea.
that.
Volotea, yeah.
French airline?
Yeah, no, it was EasyJet. No,
No, it was Volotea.
Volotea.
Some
Volotea.
French airline?
Yeah,
Could you not have gone to the rep for Volatier? And
There
There was
no
none
rep.
in the whole airport.
there was none. There's on the
It
plane
was
hiding.
the lowest low of tier of airliners.
Yeah.
you go, I'd like to see the rep for Volatier, and they go,
Where is
"It's,
John Volotea?
It's over there," and they just point to the washroom. And you're
Dude,
like,
we
"What?"
could have like pumped a week into trying to get that solved and get our money back, and we probably
Would have gotten
Yeah,
away.
nothing.
So eventually, like
Making phone
everyone gets
calls
in,
and, like-
and then like there's no one else waiting in line, so we walk up to the front to talk to the lady, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what's the situation? You know, like
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? And then what did she tell us? I don't
Well,
remember.
she goes. So we walk up and she's talking to the lady in front of me, and she goes. So now it's us 5, the 5 ill-fated few left
yeah, us
remaining.
3 and 2 girls.
And I hear the lady go, "I think there's 2 seats," and we look at each other and we're like, and I'm just like, I was like, "You guys go, and I'll come or whatever." And then they're like, "No man left behind." And I was like,
Yeah, we're not gonna leave one man behind. Yeah.
okay. So I was
way.
like, but like, fuck, now we know we're staying here. Like, fuck. So we're like, she can go like ahead of us. They can take the seats. And then the lady looks at us and goes, and then puts the phone down and goes, "You guys all come." And we're like, no fucking way.
We have 5 seats
She was
open.
like,
yeah.
she was like, "We have 5 seats. You can all go."
And it was
giving
legit
us our
5
ticket to
seats.
Hogwarts or something. We were
Like
all-
there was no other.
Like,
5
what
seats.
are the fucking
5,
odds?
What are the fucking odds?
Wow.
So that was a good
We
feeling.
didn't have to kill anyone. You know,
Yeah.
it was okay.
We didn't have to commit fucking murder on the entire Volotea company line. I'll kill the entire bloodline of John Volotea if I have to. So that was a hype moment. Should we rewind it back
The
to
most tired have been all trip
up?
for sure.
He's doing a timer.
Idiot.
So we're
So Marseille to Athens. You land in Athens.
yeah.
Smoothly.
Yeah.
Taxi.
Same thing. No like
up.
no real discernible story.
Our boy Tucker Carlson.
I gotta say, we skipped over Marseille, but we went to this nice restaurant. Anthony Bourdain recommendation, right? Like shout
Yes,
out. He's been
yes.
there, so that's how we found out about it. But
Yes.
it was yeah, RIP. It was a Algerian restaurant.
Yes.
Our first time having Algerian food, right?
Rest in peace.
Amazing food, man. Eric, you would have loved
Shout out
this too.
Algeria. Shout out Algeria.
I found it. It's called harissa, and I'm gonna buy it. That little fucking chili paste.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
I'm gonna- I'm
I've
gonna
heard
buy
of
a
Harissa
bottle.
before.
Oh, it was so
we were so
good.
hungry. They brought out this little chili paste first. I don't know.
It's
I don't
just
think
like
there's
a red-
anything to eat it with.
It looks like toothpaste, like the consistency, very thick paste, and like bright red, like brighter than your shirt.
They just bring out that, and then
It's on every
Marcus
table.
goes, "What do you do with that?" And they go, you put it under your foreskin."
You let it burn.
Let me show you. Take off pants.
So we all just try a little bit of it, like with our forks or whatever, and we're like, "Holy fuck, this is so good!"
Yeah.
So we just started eating the chili paste because we were
Spicy?
so hungry. It was.
It
Just
wasn't that
Right
spicy.
now.
Yeah, it was
Right now.
perfect.
The perfect.
It
It
wasn't
was
too
literally
spicy.
the perfect
On
sauce.
an empty stomach. You guys were eating chili paste.
Easy,
Fuck
yeah.
It was so good. Like you wouldn't
So
believe. You wouldn't believe.
Did you shit yourself?
No.
No shit.
But what do we get? We got barley couscous,
Yeah,
right?
he comes around, he brings like a platter of couscous, and he goes, "Get your plate," and he just goes,
Yeah.
and gives you like just shovels full of.
Algerian food?
Yeah.
Like what's Algerian food?
So
Like
So I got a plate.
northern
it was couscous.
Arabic, like
No,
northern
no, African,
North
North
African,
African.
but like the.
yeah, probably more Arabic style. Like there was a lot of like shawarma and stuff.
So what'd you guys eat?
So I got a plate of couscous, beef skewer,
Yep. Same.
and in the middle of the table, everyone had a plate of couscous, and then everyone had a different type of meat or whatever they ordered, right?
Yeah, like I had a big old like chicken leg.
Yeah.
Like ice, whatever.
So in the middle of the table, there was a big stew with like veggies, and I don't know, was there meat in there too? I don't
Potatoes
know.
and stuff. Yeah, there was some meat in there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you have your plate of couscous and you have your meat, and then what you're supposed to do is scoop this stew onto your couscous, so you eat it all at once.
Yeah.
It was fire. Like my
Yeah.
beef skewer was very tender.
Yeah.
The flavors were amazing, man. Like
yeah, the flavors were so strong.
that was our
prominent.
best meal
I
to
took
that
the
point.
chili
Yeah,
paste,
it was,
I
by
smothered
far.
that chili paste on.
We were throwing a shit ton of chili paste on there. So good.
So
Okay, so your best meal until that point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you said so until that point.
Yeah.
So what would you
So
say?
before Marseille, we had Portugal, Lisbon, Porto, and Portugal.
how was the food in
and then
Portugal?
Marseille.
Mid. Fuck Portugal. Fuck you, Bruno. Fuck Portugal. Fuck
Well,
Portugal.
you
to be
didn't
hon-
try the really good stuff.
We didn't go with that.
Definitely the best thing I had.
Oh,
in
was
You guys had
Richie?
was when I went
tacos in
with
Portugal. Mike told me you guys had tacos in Portugal, but apparently they were.
Those are fire. I forgot about
Oh,
those.
those are so.
I was
good.
not
That
capping.
place was such a good taco.
I think we were all a
forgot
bit
about
lit,
that.
right? Like we were
Yeah,
drinking
we were
wine
lit.
and whatever
Yeah.
beer, and we find this taco spot
That was Lisbon,
late
right?
at night. Oh, was it Lisbon?
What
No, it was
it
Porto. It
called?
was Porto.
Papa Taco or something.
It was Porto.
I don't even know. Was it Porto?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Porto.
Yeah, and it was so good. We ordered twice. It was so we ordered like all for ourselves once, and then we ordered again, like a second round.
Just like a little
Is that
late
good?
night, like you get a little taco like
Or a
this.
quesadilla.
There's a lot of meat and some juice. You can see all the oils in there. And you just take it and you just.
What time did you guys do it again? How'd you do it?
You
It's
uncircumcised.
not like an
suck.
American big ass taco. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a legit size, you know. Like,
So I got like 4 or like 6 of them.
What
like
time
a
did you
little-
guys go there?
Midnight. It was like, we were
Oh,
pretty
like
drunk.
late.
It was
like
late.
it was late, yeah.
Late,
Like,
late.
we,
Oh.
we were pretty lit, you know. Like,
Bourbon
Okay,
Man
okay.
was on the loose.
what do we have? A
Remember Bourbon Man?
€5 wine for like 500 milliliters, or what was it like?
So yeah, it was 500. Both times in Athens, we had 500 milliliter wines
we're talking
for like
about
€5.
We're talking about the taco spot.
Oh fuck no, that
I
was
don't know.
cheap
We
too.
went
That
and
was
bought a
cheap.
bottle of wine at the convenience for like €3 or something, or €5.
No, no.
and we just
What?
drink
No,
it.
no, no, no.
No, we
yeah.
bought we bought a bottle of wine for €1.35
From a grocery store in
from a
Porto.
grocery store at like fucking 1 a.m. And then we tried to drink it. It tasted like vinegar.
It was so ass.
So we threw it out, went back to the same store and bought another bottle for €3 and kept drinking.
and it was way better.
I love
so
I love
cheap.
when money's not real.
I think they sell that kind of wine in hopes that you throw it out, and then the bums come to pick
Yeah,
it up.
literally.
they go yes.
We threw away a whole bottle of wine. We
Yeah.
all tried a little bit. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not.
The one thing we saw in Marseille that we didn't see it anywhere else. Rats.
Rats. We saw
Yo.
In the street, you would just see them
Yeah, like by the dozens.
just
By the
scurrying.
dozens.
like us
man.
walking home late at night after the
There's-
bars or whatever.
You turn on a flashlight, you go to a corner. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man. I forgot how like unbelievable that was to see.
Are you sure it wasn't just
People
Frenchmen on all fours?
crawling around.
It felt like,
Oh my yeah.
it almost felt like New York. Like to me, it felt like New York.
Yeah. But
On
somehow
garbage
the,
day.
the city wasn't that dirty. Like I wouldn't say there was garbage everywhere in the city.
No, it was like just a bit like it was a bit like grungy.
Yeah, it was
More
grunge.
graffiti, whatever,
The
but
graffiti, I think, is more like artful than like.
yeah.
The sunlight
Sketchy.
veils the garbage of the evening.
Well, let's talk about before we went to Marseille. What we thought Marseille was going to be.
Yeah, so,
So we did some research, right?
yeah. So now we were I guess okay, is there anything we're missing in Lisbon? So we started in Lisbon. Is there anything we're missing in Lisbon before we skip over it?
My first memory of our trip.
yeah, okay.
My
Yeah, let's
first
start
good
over.
memory of our trip was we're walking around in Lisbon, right?
Yeah.
Just walking, hitting bars, whatever we see, we stop, getting our steps in.
Yeah.
And we stopping at places for beers, and then we stop at this place
Yeah.
under this nice black tower.
It's gotta be like a
I don't know what it's
hallmark,
called,
some
but it's-
attraction. Yeah,
yeah,
you
some-
would know
some
if you've been to
attraction,
Lisbon.
yeah.
You know what we're talking about.
We're
The big
sitting
one.
under it. We see a liter beer for €5.
Yeah,
Get a liter beer for €5. We're sitting there and just chilling. We're in Europe. It's our first or second day.
First day.
First day.
I
and,
got
with this
notifications
nice-
every day saying that Mike was like on my Apple Watch saying that Mike was smashing all of his fucking rings.
Oh yeah.
I've
was
never
like
walked that much. in my life.
25,000 steps
Yeah,
a day,
literally
and I'm looking. I'm like, holy shit! I've already walked 10K today. Mike's at 25,000, which is like 17K every day. And how long were you guys in Portugal?
it was
Or
3
days total?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Mike
No,
smashed
3
it.
nights,
the
4
trip.
days.
Every
Yeah.
day the trip was like.
Sorry.
Yeah, every day of the trip we were walking a crap ton.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first good memory. We're chugging a liter of beer. It's just sitting there, good weather, under this
Beautiful.
whatever.
Hot.
That's cool. Yeah, hot.
And then Mike tried to buy weed.
So like we I think walk into like there's CBD stores
Yeah.
like everywhere in Europe for some reason, right? They always sell CBD, no THC.
Flower.
Before even that, everywhere you're walking in Lisbon,
Yes.
guys are just walking around going, cocaine, hashish.
Yeah.
Cocaine, hashish.
So some guy walks up to me right after we walk out of the CBD store. I'm like, yeah, fuck these guys, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, you want some weed? He shows me real quick out of his pocket. He hides it again. $60, 60 euro. I'm like, nah, 20 euro. I'm just like fucking with him. I'm like, if I can get it for 20 euro, it's gonna be a good deal. 20 euro, I don't budge. He's like, no, I can't do 20 euro, 60 euro. I'm like, nah, 20 euro. And I'm just walking and he's following me, right? He's walking with me to show that I'm not interested. And then I'm like, 20 euro. He's like, okay, fine. 50 euro. I'm like, 20 euro. All right, he's like, 30 euro. I'm like, 20 euro. And he's like, fine, 20 euro. And then I give him 20 euro quick. He gives me the weed quick. I put it in my pocket. Because I'm like, yo, I thought it was super illegal. Like, this guy's being hush-hush about it, right? And then later, we're walking down. We walk down, to the water, I think. We sit down on a bench.
We literally bought a grinder and
what
like
happens,
papers
yeah.
from a CBD store just to roll this weed.
Yeah. And then we open it up. We all smell it for the first time. Does not smell like weed. It had no inkling of smell of weed. It smells like like what you said, potpourri.
Yeah,
Or
tea.
tea.
Yeah.
It had like a fragrant smell. Like it smelled like a flower almost.
So was it already ground up?
No,
It was
wasn't.
like in a nug.
It looked like a nug.
Professionally made.
Look like
weed.
yeah.
Like we know what weed
If it
looks
was
like.
just ground up,
That's
yeah,
why
I'll
I'm
look at it and
I'm
be like, that's not weed.
Especially you guys would know.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
It was in a
very hard
nug
to-
still, but
They had compressed leaves
Yeah.
into nugs and then put those nugs in a bag
right.
to make it look like a bunch of nugs in a bag.
so if once you look closer, there's no crystal on it. You know how we there was no crystal on it, but once you smelled it, you're like, no, it's not weed. So I don't know.
At least you only paid 20 euro.
Yeah,
20
exactly.
I didn't
exactly.
budge. I'm 20
And
euro.
that guy looked like a dad. Like
He looked
Yeah.
like
mustache.
Yeah.
Just like
He looked trustworthy for fuck's sakes.
But eventually we get back to our Airbnb at night and we start grinding it up or whatever, or no, we just pick it
Or
apart.
just crushed it apart.
I
yeah.
remember someone tried to light it. It burned like plastic or something. It
Yeah.
didn't burn like weed. It just didn't. Yeah, we didn't even smoke it. We didn't try.
Fuck that shit.
20 euro loss.
Yeah, it is
It's
what
a
it is.
lesson, and I will fucking remember this guy forever. If you're watching this, I'll fucking kill you. I'll send my people to you.
I'll never forget that fucking face.
It's Lisbon Leo.
Lisbon Leo.
Lisbon Leo.
We also
he's an enemy.
some guys just getting. Mike sends his regard.
Enemy of the state.
we got drunk and we rode like the scooters around.
Oh yeah, we
Right up to a castle.
Shout out anyone who's been to Europe or is from Europe. The scooters are fucking amazing.
This is Portugal still?
Yeah.
Birds, limes.
Yeah,
What's
all
the other
this
one? Yeah.
Fucking everything.
Burden.
I was bird up, and then now we went to Porto. We tried
hold
some
on.
cocktail. Oh,
Transition.
So now we're in Porto. Who wants to start? What do we do?
Porto, Portugal.
In Lisbon,
What we got?
when we were liming all around, and then it was like nighttime, we were liming, and then we limed into the train station. Remember? And
yeah, I forgot about
like, like, hey, stop, boys, and we were just like, what? And
Yeah,
we just like,
I remember.
Jesus Christ.
I was leading the line pack, and we were going up and down hills, and these electric scooters
Rip.
Well, they rip if you're on like pavement. We were on cobblestone
worst.
road.
Yeah.
We were trying to push these things
Uphill?
and downhill.
Uphill and down, we
The
did
issue is
cobblestone.
there's no suspension.
Yeah.
So when you're on cobblestone,
Yeah.
it just rumbles the shit out of you.
On the
kills your
lines?
hands.
On the lines are kind of
On the-
good. Lines are kinda good.
They killed our hands. We were riding for a while.
It was very hilly.
Yeah, I
like,
had to watch
literally
out.
like
Like, just fucking tearing. Yeah.
So we come down, and then I see like a train station, and it's like marble floors or whatever. I'm like, this gotta be the best ride ever.
Yeah.
I roll in. Obviously, we're not allowed to. We all roll in, and then what? There's a security guard there, and he blows his whistle,
I think he something like that. He was like, hey,
Yep.
stop.
and we're just like turn around,
just
keep
turn
going.
around.
We don't stop nothing. Like we're not trying to mess with no one. We just turn around,
Attaboy,
keep going.
attaboy, attaboy.
Yeah, get out and leave.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. So Porto
Yeah.
to
Now,
Marseille.
no, now we went Lisbon to Porto.
Lisbon to Porto. Porto to Marseille.
Porto to
Europe's
Marseille.
so cool. We were riding in Lisbon. We just ride our lines up to a fucking castle.
Yeah.
That's what we did. Like we just rode it to a
We
castle.
did nothing. What happened in Porto? Any crazy good food? It was just nice. Porto
We had
was nice. We had a sick
we had
Airbnb.
a beautiful Airbnb.
Yeah.
Porto
It was
was just
luxurious.
like a nice, cozy coastal town that we just walked everywhere you could walk,
We ate.
and we tried all their food.
There's a massive bridge. We walked on top of the bridge to the other side, and then we gondola down. So we got some cool pictures in the
We tried a couple
gondola.
Bourdain spots there. We had tried the hot dog place, which was really good.
Yep.
Yep,
What was the second thing we tried there?
I don't even know.
that was the only one.
That was the one there.
I don't know.
The
But
Algeria
the
was a
place
nice
the
one.
one with Richie was really damn.
Oh, that one.
We
yeah.
definitely
Seafood
should've
place.
eaten
Seafood
there.
place.
It was just like a really cozy little hole in the wall.
Nice.
Like only tables of 2, pretty much. Like maybe like 5-6 tables. So small.
We had a very mom and pop shop in Porto too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't
where
speak any
They
English.
literally had
Any English.
1, 2,
It
3,
was
4
complete,
tables.
Like
Yeah.
we use Google Translate to talk
Yeah.
to order our
Yeah.
food to this.
They had
day.
4
Which is
tables.
crazy because it was not that far from the city center.
Yeah, no.
And this guy knew zero English. I tried a Francesinha. Fuck Portugal. Fuck Francesinhas. I'm kidding. Slightly. But what a Francesinha is, if you don't know, it's a piece of toast, 2 pieces of toast. It's a sandwich. And inside of it is like spam and ham and cut up hot dogs and cheese. And then another piece of cheese on top is melted.
Spam and ham and cut
What's
up
funny is it
cheese
sounds
and a
like it was
little bit of
made for
toast.
you.
It's no, but okay. So up until that point, it's like a dank
And
melt.
what? It has like a gravy poured over.
Then it has a
Yeah.
tomato beer
Tomato,
gravy.
okay.
Overall, it was fine, but just like having a weird, warm, soggy sandwich is such a bizarre experience.
Okay, now that you've insulted the entire country of Portugal, what is it called again?
A Francesinha.
A Francesinha.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Can you say it a little bit more cultured, please?
It's gotta be Francesinha. Francesinha.
There you go.
Francesinha.
Yeah,
But
Francesinha.
do they have like kind of an like when they speak Portuguese? Do they sound?
Obrigado, Francesinha.
Obrigado. Do they sound like Italian? Do they have the kind of the
No, I think that's just
or a
us
little
Yeah.
Spanish? Is it a little Spanish?
It's definitely more.
It's more Spanish, I'd say.
What is? What,
It is not Spanish.
It's not even.
So
I don't even know
One
what
thing
it
that bugged
Portuguese
me.
is so like its own.
It's so.
One thing that bugged me is that you guys didn't do any, maybe even research on the language before you guys went.
Of course not. We're
We
uncultured.
learn it there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Because we were
That's
going-
why we're there.
What name?
Because we were
say
going
one
to so
thing in
many
Portuguese.
different places.
Obrigado.
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 Obrigado, my pal.
I'll have a hot dog. Obrigado.
That was literally us.
Fucking America. I'm Canadian.
Ah, you are very good.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
I do like on my flight to Greece. I was trying like I downloaded the.
Duolingo.
No.
You learn a
Fuck
language.
I downloaded the Google Translate pack to
your
Greek.
brain.
I uploaded. I
I
uploaded.
downloaded the entire.
I uploaded the Greece language pack. The DLC just
God, that
dropped.
would actually be sick.
That would be
Imagine
sick
we
as
can do
fuck.
that.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Download
You know
the
what we
pack.
did do
It's gonna
though? We downloaded Google Translate, and they have an augmented reality version where you open your camera,
Yeah.
you point your camera to like whatever language, and it actually shows you.
Yeah, we did that for menus.
Yeah.
But did you guys
In
learn
English.
anything other than obrigado?
Yeah.
We didn't need.
Yeah,
to
we did.
What?
because we were
Obrigado.
gonna be in and out.
Isn't that's thank you, isn't it?
No, it's obrigado.
It's already left my brain.
Yeah, I feel like I did, but it's left my brain now. Like,
Okay, how do you
No,
say
we learned sharmuta.
Sharmuta. How do you say thank you in Greek, Marcus?
In
Obrigado.
Greek, efaristo.
Efremenko.
Efremenko. Rusty Efers.
Rusty Evaristo.
No, but I would have like I don't know. Like for me, I'm like at least I want to be like trying to kind of
Yeah, but
instead
we
of
were
being
going,
a tourist,
we were
like 'cause they
going
treat
to
you
too
differently
many
if you're a tourist.
places
Yeah.
to learn all of them.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're still tourists, but like yeah, but like French, did you guys try at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know we're from.
Puis-je aller aux toilettes?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Fermez la bouche.
Bonjour.
Come on.
Voulez-vous
Je
coucher
t'aime.
avec moi?
Je t'aime, bro.
Je t'aime, yeah.
J'aime cock. What do you mean?
Merci.
Merci.
The waitress is trying to tell Mike, it's like these are the special fermez la bouche.
Sacre bleu.
Femme,
Bonjour. Mademoiselle.
mademoiselle, fermez la bouche.
Fermez la bouche.
Voulez-vous
Monsieur,
coucher
fermez la
avec
bouche.
moi ce soir?
No, we did not learn the language.
That disappoints me.
Did I learn a language? No.
Fuck no.
I did not learn a language.
Disappoints me a little bit.
So when you travel, you don't learn the language? No, I know English, the universal language.
I tried. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was in Poland, so after Greece, we split off. They went to Venice, Venetia,
Yep.
and you guys had a blast in Venice. You guys,
Sure.
This is what I learned in.
you guys didn't have a blast in Venice?
Mi dispiace. Il mio amico oriental non capisce. And it just means, I'm sorry, my oriental friend does not understand.
That's all we said.
Yeah, you
The
should.
fucking Uber.
This is my friend. This is my friend from China, and he goes,
He's mute.
"Obrigado,
Obrigado.
obrigado."
We carried Obrigado for a while.
We did. All right, so we did Venice, but you could hit your. So what did you do after you abandoned us?
So I actually had one
Our
more
story
day.
is all over the place.
It is. It's
It is. So now we've caught up. So
So this is Athens.
there was a week that they were in Portugal, France, and then Greece on Friday. So there was, I think you guys left on Friday, ended in Friday on Greece. I met with you guys Friday in Greece. We spent the weekend in Greece. You guys left on Monday.
We spent the weekend as in we went to Athens and then ferry to Mykonos.
Yep.
Should we talk about Mykonos?
Yeah.
We were all together.
Yeah,
can
let's keep the
summarize-
timeline
We
summarize-
met
going,
Tucker
yeah.
Carlson. We saw Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, in Athens we walked up the Acropolis. At the top of the Acropolis, we saw Tucker
Was the final boss,
Carlson.
Tucker Carlson.
Look him up. Tucker Carlson is very rich, very famous.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
We tried to take a picture with him. He didn't want to,
He didn't
but it was
want to 'cause
okay.
he
He
was
was
sweaty.
friendly.
Oh, that's gonna be the title of the podcast.
I swear
we
the first,
met Tucker
remember,
Carlson.
remember we were like, can we take a photo? And he's like, what do you guys work for?
No way, really?
Where are you from?
We're
Or-
CNN
Yeah,
operators.
we're like, we're from Canada.
Bastards.
He said he liked Quebec.
I
a lot.
honestly could send that photo to like fucking CNN. They'd put it right on like the fucking
Front
Inquirer.
page.
Like,
Tucker Carlson can't even walk up the Acropolis.
He was very sweaty. Yeah, he's wearing like a dress shirt.
he was making like
sleeves
a
rolled up, he was
goofy
sweaty.
face.
He was in a dress. So he was he wearing like
Khakis,
I'll show you.
dress shirts and
Okay,
khaki
okay.
shorts.
So he was like just semi.
He's like a dad, like just like a dad,
okay,
you know.
okay.
Yeah,
How old is he? Like 50, late 50s, 60?
must be 50ish. Yeah,
You might not even be 50.
No way.
but yeah, Tucker Carlson in Athens, and then we ferry to Mykonos. Best fucking ferries are great.
Yeah.
It's like a plane, but you can actually sleep, and
Yeah,
the seats are way more
comfortably.
comfortable.
Dude, you guys. So
Temperature regulated.
I
Like,
had
oh,
what? 3 hours. I had 3 hours. Maybe you had 5, 6. You had maybe 4, 5. On
Zoom in.
insert Tucker
he's got
Carlson picture.
he's got hair like that fucking. Is that him right there?
Yeah.
Dude, he's got hair like that. You know that alien meme, the guy with the fucking crazy hair, and he's like the UFO dude.
Oh, look at him.
That's wild. You met a celebrity. I have crazier stories.
He's
about
definitely the like
celebrities.
biggest celebrity I think I've seen in person.
But no, I was just gonna say quickly at the ferry that you guys pretty much all slept. Like,
Oh, I slept like the whole
you
time.
did.
almost.
You did. Mike and I were in the same section, kind of.
Yep.
We were both at the front. While you started to sleep, I was like, I'm kind of hungry, and I watched Lord of the Rings. I watched maybe 20 minutes. I think it was about an hour, 2 hours to Mykonos from Athens. So I watched like 30 minutes of Lord of the Rings. I paused. I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I want some shit. I'm a little hungover. It's fine. Not hungover. I'm a little dry in the mouth. So I go wait in line. There's maybe 20 people in line. The line is moving so fucking slow because in Europe,
So slow.
they take their fucking time when it comes to everything. So there's one guy, he takes the order.
There's no hustle.
I'll take your order. And
I don't know.
then the guy taking the order goes to make the drink. The girl behind the counter is cleaning. Meanwhile, there's 20 people in a fucking line. So in Canada, it's a lot of rush. I get it.
Let me teach them something about efficiency
Yeah,
and productivity.
I'll show you. I worked at a McDonald's near 4 universities. So let me teach
If
you.
I
a little
lived there, I might be fine with that. But it's the fact that we were on a timeline schedule that I was like, get your ass into gear.
Please.
I was
Remember the
just-
fucking waiting for in the airport for our like pass our Jamie
yeah.
Oliver bullshit?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was just talking and not like just
There's a fucking
boom, boom,
line.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just get that guy fucking
your ass to
paid.
work,
Get him
motherfucker.
ass out of here and get like it was so weird. I waited for like 10 minutes to pay.
So I did know that going in, I think like innately that it is a lot more of a relaxed society. So the fact that they were taking their time kind of was irritating me. I was hungry. So when I got up to the front, I was like, I was letting my gut talk. So I said, I'll take an orange juice. I'll take a water. I'll take 2 coffees. I'll take a fucking sandwich. And then I think
And your
and
fucking phone number.
Ball
and then I go
and a bottle of Henny.
and I'll take another orange juice or something because it was fresh pressed. So I had 2
So
orange
good.
juices,
Yeah.
2 coffees, a water, and a I don't think I got food because I was eating sunflower seeds. But so I had like 4 drinks, and then I was also carrying. I think I was carrying something else too. So I had 4 drinks, and I remember people just looking at me like, "How the fuck are you gonna carry that?" And I go, "Do you have a tray?" And she goes, "What is a tray?" And I go, "Do you have a tray?"
Has no one ever gotten
No,
more
a
than
thing,
one
a thing? And she goes, you have enough food for like 5 people.
Maybe you and your fat friends are come carry the drinks back
I saw you and your Oriental friends sit down. No, so I like barely managed to get it back, and I remember like there was a dude sitting, Greek guy sitting next to me, just like conked out like this. And I remember like there was a family beside me. Like there was two people with like 2 babies, so I didn't want to ask them to move. So the guy's like sleeping kind of, and I said like, dude, can you move? And he goes, okay. Gets up, and I remember like plopping all my shit down on the tray in front of me, which is like the tiniest little tray. And I like threw one thing in my bag, 2 orange juice, 2 coffees, I remember chugging one orange juice, which was fantastic, fresh press.
So good. Fresh press all over your. Yeah,
so good. Crushed one, crushed the other. Coffee was too hot to drink, so I let it sit. Watched Smeagol capture the ring from Frodo, and then I took a look at Mike because I was like, fuck, maybe Mike wants one of these coffees. There's no way I'm gonna drink both. I see Mike, and Mike's
Yeah, AirPods in, just out, bro,
like
for
this.
sure.
Actually,
yeah.
I think you were like this.
Probably. My neck was so
Dude.
sore because I was sleeping like this all the time.
He even sleeps like a Zen master. He sleeps like this.
Never caught slipping, yeah.
Never got lagging.
I sleep like a Demogorgon,
Yeah, I think I always go
wide open.
to the right, bro.
Mike is like this, and then I bet if you were to tap him, he'd go.
It's true, it's
Look over.
true.
I've been waiting.
I'm always on alert just in case.
So I didn't sleep that whole ferry,
Damn.
and then I think I found you guys, and then we got off the ferry, and then
Yeah, I was up in the VIP.
I think when we got off the ferry, because I hadn't slept and I was a little irritated.
You were a little crazy.
I was a little antsy and I was excited because I think that's why I can't sleep because I get so excited.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited that we're in this fantastical land.
And we get out, it's 30 degrees, no clouds in the sky, hot as
Just
fuck.
fucking walked
But
off.
nice.
We were like, "Where's Eric going?"
I just started walking. I said, "Let's go! Come on, over yonder."
Where are you going? I don't know.
And you guys. I just remember like you guys sitting or standing, and you guys are standing, chilling.
We were waiting for something. I don't remember what we were waiting.
We're trying to figure out how the fuck to get to a car rental
Yeah,
place.
if a taxi or Airbnb or Uber or what's the best way?
Because the Airbnb was like 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So they were like, let's get a car. And I said, let's just walk. Let's just go somewhere. We're chilling. And they're like, nah, we're going to, like, nobody said anything. I was saying shit.
But yeah, keep in mind, this was your first part of the vacation.
yeah,
we were
you guys were halfway
a
through.
week. Yeah, we were tired. Yeah, we were
So
tired.
in hindsight, now that I realize that, yeah, you guys were already experienced. I was just excited to go.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
100%.
I don't know if I just raised my voice or like there was a whole group of people even around us, and I said, fuck it, let's go. I'm going. And then I
Yeah,
just
you
went.
just walked,
I just
yeah.
went.
I remember we were waiting because Richie was the only guy who knew where we were going. Because
Oh,
he
yeah.
was WhatsApping
True.
the guy who we were gonna get our shit from.
Yeah.
So none of us knew where we were going. It was we were like, Richie, like, where are we going? He was the only
That's
one
true.
who knew where we were going.
And eventually, and then you walk off. Eventually, we find our way into a public bus. We pay, I don't know, €1 each
Yeah.
to ride to Old Port, and that's where
was
we
like
get our car rental and ATV rental.
No, she was like 3 years.
So
€3.
While these guys were lollygagging, doing stuff, I went down to the yachts, took a look at the yachts, talked to a couple of yacht owners. Then I started walking down the
Of
road.
course.
Started walking down the road, and then ATV rental right there. Everyone was saying when we got to Greece is like, oh, we're gonna rent ATVs. That's the way to get around island. I'm like, bet, I'm down. First thing, there's like just down the road, there's an ATV rental. I'm like, sweet. So I go to ATV rental, €100. Boom, got my ATV. I got the biggest one they could get because I'm a boss.
Very boss-like.
Got the ATV and I just started ripping. And they gave me a helmet. And then like I saw one dude rip by, no helmet. One dude rip by. I'm like, fucking no helmet. I don't give a shit. Put the helmet on the back, clip it on the, I had all those bags with me too. And I go, there's a rack on the back. And I go, I got all these bags. Is that okay? And he goes, I pulled just some straps. It's okay. He puts like 2 bungee cords to fucking hold all my shit there. And meanwhile, my bag is like probably 15, 14 kilos. My backpack's a little bit less, a lot less. And I'm like, the whole time I'm kind of looking back to make sure everything's okay. And I just start ripping it. I go through the main city. And the whole time I had like 3G bullshit Greek internet that cut out every 20 seconds. It would go from like 3G to like E. It would just say E, which I don't know what
Pretty
that
much means error. Yeah,
Error.
because it doesn't
Error.
work.
Error,
It doesn't
no.
fucking work.
It should have said I for I don't have internet. So
F for fuck you.
yeah. So, but what's cool about Google Maps is that it'll actually, once you punch in the address, it'll download the route, and then you don't need internet for GPS. So I was okay. So I just kind of, I was trying to locate the Airbnb just from the ad. So I had the link from the ad for the Airbnb, and I just zoomed in on the map, went to my Google Maps, and kind of like matched up the lanes to where it would be, and I just kind of went to that area. And then I think on the way I stopped for a drink, and then
I don't know how you did this all so quick.
So quickly.
Yeah.
Because all we did was like maybe we waited for like someone to pee.
An
and
extra
then we
10
got-
minutes
and then we
maybe,
got
yeah.
coffee before we even left the pier. But then we went right to the place on a bus, and then we went to our thing. And I don't know how
quick.
you
And we
had so
got a
much
car
time
and
to do all
ATV,
this
yeah.
shit in between all there.
quick, I was going fast.
Quick.
Yes.
I am speed, dude. And then once you're kind of on the road, learning how to drive in Greece, you learn that it's a very lawless Western society where, not Western society, very old-fashioned West town. You go or you die.
Yeah. Yep.
You go. When you got a chance, you go. Because nobody signals. Nobody obeys the speed limit.
Use common sense. Be predictable. You
Of
know,
course.
The
like,
bikes and ATVs
course.
are weaving in and out of the car.
If you're
no,
smart,
no rules. Yeah, just do.
if you're smart, if
be
you're a
smart,
good
yeah.
driver and if you're an experienced driver and you're confident, you can achieve
I'm pretty
anything.
sure didn't we say that's like the number one death on Mykonos? It's like ATV.
Yeah. Well, I found out
ATVs
later
like
in
that?
Santorini, when we went to Santorini, I found out later that it is illegal for them to rent ATVs to tour
In Santorini or in Mykonos?
all over Greece.
Supposedly you need an international license
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
it
Like
makes
that.
sense.
Well, just imagine.
But they didn't ask for
on,
shit.
on that one windy road up to our thing in Mykonos. There's no guardrails. Just
And at night,
fly off.
Oh yeah, you're done.
lights are a little shaky. Yeah, you go right off.
You get flattened by a big transport truck. You know, no one passing by.
Yeah, of course.
You're just there, rotting.
Fuck, we're going fast. Though.
No, but that ATV was
That
fun. man.
ripped.
That thing
ATV.
was fun.
70, 80.
Yeah.
I had it almost up to 80.
We have a video.
Yeah.
I was ripping around with him. That was good.
Fuck, that was fun.
We rented a Nissan Pulsar
Yeah, with a turbo.
6-speed turbo, but
Bitch.
fuck. I actually
Wait,
I
6-speed
definitely
turbo?
Yeah.
Didn't have a turbo. Then.
6-speed turbo. Yeah.
I
Four
wish we got
cylinder.
The thing that-
But it doesn't matter. We didn't go over 40 kilometers an hour. You know.
Why
Like,
didn't we get the convertible?
Not worth it. It was like an extra 100
I don't
euros.
know. I don't know if we cared.
Yeah.
We were going for something cheap.
That's-
But I definitely should have rented an ATV. If you go to Mykonos, Santorini, get an ATV.
That's the way to go.
Don't rent a car.
Not in Santorini. I would not get ATV in Santorini.
Well,
I would.
I don't think
You can't. Yeah.
Oh, that like
'Cause I
40
tried.
minutes to get to where we
Yeah.
go.
Well, just imagine going up that fucking
But
hill.
it'd be
Yeah.
a fun. You wouldn't just be going. You'd have fun. You stop.
That
You
is
know,
true, yeah.
look over. You know.
I'd like to shout out Richie for driving us home that night in Mykonos.
So Richie had only ever drove stick manual once in his life before. We all get loaded. I was the driver. I usually drive
Well,
manual.
talk about the night.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning.
The lead up. Oh, we got to our Airbnb.
Nice as fuck.
Gorgeous, fantastic,
Cool.
and the top G photo.
Oh yeah. Our fucking neighbor below had a helicopter, and I wanted to take a picture with the helicopter, obviously. So me and Eric go and
It's
we
basically
kind of talk
just
to him.
villas all around. And we could see a
Yeah,
villa. I don't know.
yeah.
if
You're
neighbors.
glossing over a little bit. Pat's going. Guys, there's a helicopter. There's a helicopter. We should go. And everyone's kind of, I don't know.
Like it's private property. We don't want to be nuisance or whatever.
Pat's on goblin time, so he goes, fuck it, I'm going.
Pat's
Eric.
drunk. Well, the only
Yeah,
one.
I'm drunk.
We're all kind of. I think we were all drinking like
Yeah,
all day
yeah.
in the sun, so a little drink.
Poolside drink.
Pat goes, Eric, come, we're going now. And I go, okay. So, but I was like maybe 30 seconds behind Pat. Pat's already across this fucking hill, trespassing as fuck. I'm like,
We were
"What?"
ripping the ATV. I drop him off.
Yeah. You dropped me off,
Or
And
you
I-
dropped me. Yeah.
I yelled at Pat. I'm like, how'd you get there? And he goes, just fucking across the grass. You go. And I'm like, okay. So I walk down, go across the grass, and
It was kind of treacherous.
It was
a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't that
a little
easy.
bit. And then on the like side of the mount, literally, you could look over, and it was just rocks down to the water. There was a pad, like a helicopter pad, and there was like a gorgeous like buzzard
Yeah.
helicopter from
A little
GTA
GTA
5.
helicopter.
GTA
On
5.
the edge of the water. Take
Yeah.
this in.
RB,
Yeah, this is
LT,
ocean.
XY, spawn it in,
Spawn it in.
and then Pat's already inspecting. I'm like, dude, this is sick, blah blah blah. And we're like, okay, get a video. We're getting all these videos. I don't think we were there for like 15 minutes.
No,
not even.
Not even.
Not even.
Short.
And then we start to walk away. I don't know if you saw. Did you see them? Is that
No,
what we
I did
saw?
not see them.
So we started to walk away, and then we hear, hey guys, what are you doing? Why are you walking away? Three dudes start walking. We're like, fuck,
You're in
fuck.
trouble.
We keep walking. He's like, stop, why are you walking away? Huh? You know, when you start hearing that, you're like, oh no, like,
They're looking for trouble.
They're like, I don't know.
We
like,
fucked up.
hey, why are you walking away, huh? You get over here. So they go, 20 euro a picture, 20 euro a picture. And we're like, we turn around, we're like, and he goes, he sees we're shitting bricks. I'm fucking with you. Don't worry. Come on. I'll take you over. So we go over and opens it up for us. And
Yeah.
that was
You go
fucking pretty
inside?
cool. And the guy was sick.
Yeah, he was so whoever the fuck millionaire who owns that.
He owns a white paint shop in Greece.
He owns a white paint shop in Santorini. He that's his full-time driver, and he lets his driver stay at his literal gorgeous
In
oceanside in
Villa.
Mykonos. Yeah. So that's a vibe. And then we went out. Marcus didn't tell the story of going out in Mykonos. That's That's your domain. Nightlife, the Nightlife King. Also, Tran.
Well, so off the ferry, got to Mykonos.
No, we're long past that.
No, yeah, but
did
then
the whole
I
helicopter thing.
procured ATV.
We did the
'Cause
whole
I'm
helicopter
top
thing.
G.
Sick Airbnb. It has a pool.
Yeah.
Not much else to say about it other than it's sick.
Right. Oh yeah, and then you guys got that car. Yeah, okay.
And then we get to
Helicopter,
nighttime.
helicopter.
Helicopter, and then we're gonna go out.
And then we were gonna Uber there, I think, to the club. And then I said, "Fuck it, like let's just drive. Like, why are we gonna Uber? It's gonna be like a 20 euro Uber."
We hadn't drank. I hadn't started drinking yet. So
yeah, and we had Richie. I don't think Richie really drinks,
he doesn't drink. Yeah.
so he was D&D or
He was Dungeons and
DD?
Dragons.
DD.
yeah.
Hmm?
Disney
So-
driver.
The fact that you don't know that word is concerning.
I don't know what. It's not in my.
It's not in my
It's
vocabulary.
not in my lexicon. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Lexicon.
Yeah, so we had Richie D&D. DD. Fuck. Richie DD. And that was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, because like all the bars and clubs, if you wanted to go, you kind of just followed a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
There were no signs on the fucking like
Yeah.
curves and shit. Like all the streets were like, you could stick your arms out, and all the streets were about that width. You could like a 7-foot
Classic
wingspan.
looking, small little white and gray streets.
Like all the pictures.
We're like cobblestone road. We're like, where do we go? Just
100%.
follow the people.
Yeah,
Just follow the people wherever it's popular.
And then you start to hear some music, and then Marcus goes, "Okay, let's go this way." So we started to go, and I think we just stopped. I don't know.
We just want to get drinks.
We
like,
just wanted to get drinks. So I think the first place we stopped, we just got drinks there, and then we had a drink there. Left next bar because we were talking to the bartenders, right?
yeah, just chatting.
We were just chatting the bartenders up. So just seeing what's up.
Not looking for
What's
drugs.
what's the nightlife like in Mykonos? Like, where's the best bar? And a lot of them were, the consensus was Scandinavia bar.
Scandinavia bar was the spot.
Yeah, I
It was
think
lit.
so.
Which one was that one?
The one where we were at the most.
Bruh.
No, we got the Scandinavian bar.
You were upstairs. We
from-
were
from
downstairs.
us because
Yeah, because
we went rogue and we walked, and these two hot French girls were walking by,
yeah.
and I was like, "Where's the best place to go tonight? We want to dance." And they're like,
Marcus goes.
"We're going to Scandinavian bar. Come with."
Marcus goes. He goes, "Eric, I need your help. There's two hot French girls." And I go, "Oh."
No, you're not. You remember that?
My father, he walked to Montreal, and
Pew,
so
pew.
so
Oui,
I was wingmanning Marcus the entire night, so it was perfect. And then we went to Scandinavia bar, and then I think we went in, and
we
then
went with them. We went in and then up to the second floor. Maybe you didn't come with us, and that's why. You
no,
don't
that's why,
recognize
because
it.
I don't remember. It looks
think-
so sick.
No,
You
but you
sent
were
me-
there because I have a video of you.
Not
I
up
have
top.
a video, yes, at the top, where I pan by the bar, and then when it gets to the end of the video, you're just like, you're just there. You're on the second floor.
But on the stairs, though.
No, we had got to that little nook and that little nook and cranny at the top, where we were just chilling. I think.
So I blipped.
Maybe you
Thanos
are. Maybe
snapped.
you-
I
maybe you
blipped.
were.
I came
He was,
back.
he was lit. And the thing with Scandinavian bar was like the whole street around it was packed. So it's a
Yeah,
party
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
And the bottom was packed. It was sick at the bottom. But at the top was where it was lit, right?
That was the club, and then there was
Yeah.
a bar over here, bar over there, the whole street, tables.
You guys got to the top. We couldn't get up. Like there was just
We'll
a
never
line.
know.
Like it was crazy.
We'll
line.
never know.
We could never get
To
up there.
get up, you had to buy a drink.
The line was so long. Like
That's
we
what
were
it
gonna
was?
wait.
Yeah, so you had
thought
to
he said, like,
buy a
20
drink
euros.
from downstairs. First, because we waited in the whole line. We got to the top, and he's like, "You gotta buy a drink." That's how this works.
I thought he
We had
said
to go
20
downstairs,
euros.
buy it. We bought mojitos. Me and the girls. I think one of the girls bought me a mojito, and then we just went up the stairs. We're like, "Mojito," and he's like, "Get in the club."
But by the time we got
And we
there,
cut
the
the
line
line.
was so long. Oh,
Once we had the mojitos, we cut the line.
yeah.
We were just
We
like
couldn't do
mojito,
that.
and he's like, "Get on in there." That's what it was. You guys couldn't figure it out.
Should have gave us the secrets, man.
Yeah.
We
I was
didn't-
too drunk.
we
I
didn't
think
know.
in that time, I think I saw the line, and I thought he said like 20 euro. So then I saw you guys, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. And then I think I went down and I saw Mike, Pat, and Richie. So I went down and then chilled with them. And I think that's where you went up with them. And then I chilled with you guys. And then Mike and I went on an adventure. And
Yeah, we walked
uh,
the side streets.
We walked the side streets a little bit. We met a don't know if Algerian or whatever the fuck he was.
Some guy, yeah.
Somewhere from a foreign land. But he was pretty cool. And then, we came back.
It was fun. Like the thing with Mykonos is like you could just walk and every bar was packed and everyone was like nice and friendly and like good looking. Like it was
Talk to French people, talk to Italian people, we talked to Greek people.
yeah.
I think even before when I think we went together somewhere and then I fucked off somewhere and then I found myself in some bar talking to some Serbian guy and we were smoking at the bar inside.
Oh yeah, people were
Yeah.
We smoked. We were just cigarettes, and we were passing back and forth. I was making up stories on how I was a fucking operative or something. Like I just started making up shit.
That's sick.
And he goes, oh no.
waiting
Wait.
for the contact right now. You
I
should
said
be
I'm just on
coming
vacation here. I'm fucking island hopping, and he's eating up everything I said. He could have been lying. He said he was like a president of something in Canada. Or
Both
whatever.
lying.
Both lying out of our teeth, but we were drinking and having a blast. And I was smoking inside. I was hammered. And then I knocked on the table. I said, Kovacevic, I gotta go. And then outside of the bar I was at, the bartender was cool too. I forget his name. Walked outside. You walk down a couple stairs, and you're at the water, like at the bay there.
Yeah.
A lot of bars were on this bay where you
No
could-
guardrail or anything. You could
guard.
literally fall into the water,
Yeah.
especially if you're
Push
drunk.
someone in the
you
water.
Fall right. Yeah.
That
You
wasn't-
get bumped. Like
It was a concern of mine that you could have.
I was
fallen
making
over
sure
that.
to not fall in the water.
Yeah.
Because we were lit.
And then I think I went around, and then I went to Scandinavia, met up with some other guy. Who said he was a fan of. I think I was wearing some Slovak something or something. Maybe he saw my tattoo, and he goes, oh, I'm a fan of the national team. You know, Martin Skrtel. And I'm like, yeah, he's a fucking good guy. And then we start do a drink on that, and then some guy walked in with a lightsaber.
Yo,
See that guy?
That guy.
guy.
Walked
We
in
have
with a
footage of
lightsaber.
him.
Yeah. That was sick. And then he was fucking swinging it around.
Yeah, it was just some Asian guy dressed.
Yeah.
funny.
And then I think I saw you guys come up, and then that was
What do we
before
say?
or
That
after?
like
I
we
don't
think you could stand in the same spot for an hour and talk to like 100 different people because they
'cause
would
they walk by.
circulate.
Yeah,
Yeah, just spawn. Yeah.
New people, all of a sudden, new people constantly.
Did you go to the bathroom in that Scandinavia?
Yeah, I went to the bar in there.
I
No,
think
but
I went to the bathroom to take a piss, and then I couldn't get out. Like I don't know how to. I didn't. I could.
It was weird, yeah.
It was weird. So I was like fucking jingling the door, and I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, I can't get out. I remember it was 10 minutes. I couldn't fucking figure it
shit.
out. I don't know what was up with the bathroom door, but I couldn't get out. I was jingling the fucking lock, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I finally got it. Use my dick. Unlock it. Walk out. And then I saw a lightsaber guy.
Kicked his ass.
Kenobi.
Beat his ass.
Yeah. But no, I think the Scandinavia bar was pretty cool. I just thought it was cool how all the streets are so close and like
It was
you
just
could
lively.
walk.
It was just nice.
Yeah, you
I
walk.
would love to see the other side of the island though, the
Paradise.
Paradise.
Super paradise.
and like Scorpios. I think that's more of like a beach, like
Yeah.
Did you guys know 50 Cent was there that
Yeah.
weekend?
yeah,
Told us.
And
missed him.
DJ Khaled, I think. Was there.
probably.
And the other
50
EDM
Cent
artist
would be
that
cool.
you knew.
Martin Garrix. No, was it Martin? Yeah, Martin.
Martin
I
Garrix
kept
was
saying.
doing
I
a
kept
show,
seeing
like,
signs for it. Me and
coming
Richie.
up,
on the Monday.
but like there was a guy, Art Bat, who was like a person, DJ or something, who was there that night. when We were there,
Isn't that crazy?
had a party somewhere.
How did we miss 50 Cent, DJ Khaled, and
I don't know.
Martin Garrix.
People hype
Out of
up
back.
Mykonos, and I say it's lives up
Rightfully
to the
so.
hype. It
Like
lives up
if,
to the
if
hype.
you're looking to party, that's about as good of a place as you'll get
It's
to
a fun
party.
place.
When we were finished our night at like 3 a.m. and walking out, there were people who looked like they just got dressed up and were ready to start
Walking
their night
in.
walking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'd say that was more or less Mykonos. And then Richie D did us home. First time driving manual. I think we touched on it. Got us home safely. And then we got 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep.
Left to Santorini the next day.
Yeah.
hell no. I fucking
Got no sleep really. And I swear I woke up still
When we
drunk.
got
already.
Yeah.
home, we watched some Lord of the Rings.
yeah. I watched Lord of the Rings. I ate some cheese.
Ate some cheese
Ate
and
cheese.
some
yeah.
hummus, some cheese, hummus. Watched Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
and then
chug water.
I wish I
I
would
don't
have
think I
went
had
to
any
pool
water.
that night.
I
Yeah,
chugged
I
water.
should have.
Richie did.
Did he?
I think so.
Wow. No. Yeah.
That was just too fucked up.
That was
back.
it.
I'll see fucked up.
drinking wine and cheese and hummus.
Wine, cheese, drinking
Marcus
wine.
joined me, spooned me on the couch.
You fucked.
I watched a bit of Lord of the Rings there with you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. We were watching. I think they were just approaching Minas Morgul.
Okay, and I think we'll.
cut it there. But we'll
This is
do
part one.
2
Yep.
because there's stories that where he met up with Matt, and we had more stories.
So we stopped at Mykonos. We still have Santorini,
Yep.
Venice,
Yep.
and 3 days in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
3
which
nights
were
in Amsterdam.
interesting. And
4 days.
yeah, more to be.
Which is
Part
all
2.
overshadowed by my time in Poland,
yeah.
Slovakia.
You guys will
Alright.
decide who had a better trip.
Vote in the comments. What a better trip.
Yeah,
I'd like to
comments.
thank Pat for wearing his North Face Pride shirt today.
Of course,
Thank you.
He actually
lied.
bought that in Amsterdam.
I did buy it in Amsterdam.
Once it
Did
comes
you
to
really?
it.
I can actually give it to you whenever you got a full fist in your ass.
All right,
Free t-shirt.
easy.
it.
Take care, everyone.